makes a video ad different from an ordinary video? In business terms, a video ad is fundamentally a business tool and is created and used to achieve business outcomes. In contrast, a standard video may be created for a range of things, including to entertain, to inform, to explain, for training, or maybe just to document something. An ad is a commercial tool with a call to action and measurable results. A video ad will also convey a message. The first step in this is defining your target audience. Who are they? What is their age? What is their nationality? Their gender? What kind of work do they do? What do they like or not like? Before you create any kind of video, you should always take a step back and look at your target audience rationally. The mistake many content creators make is they assume too many things based on their own preconceptions. You need to research your audience. Whether your market research consists of a detailed survey of a large number of people who are in your target audience, or whether it is just a matter of describing your video idea to a few friends in your target audience and seeing how they respond. Test your idea, refine it, improve it, and then test it again by talking about it to your target audience, even if it's just a few people you know who fit the profile of your target audience, because any market research is better than none at all. So don't just assume that you know what will work for your audience. Test your assumptions. What do you want your target audience to feel, think, and do? One of our mantras is, the real beginning is defining the end you want to get to before you start the beginning. Whether you are scripting or filming the video, the importance of knowing your end is crucial, because every line of text or dialogue, every image or graphic, should only be included because of its contribution to the end result. If an element of your script doesn't contribute to the ending, then you shouldn't really have it in your script or video. The next time you watch your favourite film again, if it is a well-made film, you will notice how everything, even in the opening scene, is there because of what it tells you about the main character or the world of the story, and crucially, how it all ends. Because feature filmmaking is such a time-consuming and expensive business, no one wants to go through the trouble of filming content that in the end they know will find its way to the cutting room floor. If the production team have done their job well, then they will only film things they believe will be in the final edit, because this is central to the main story. A tight script will always meet this criteria. You should have the same discipline. If something in your script isn't essential to your main message, then cut it. And resist the urge to film content that doesn't directly contribute to your message, your story, or your objectives. The reason why these sorts of considerations are being discussed at the outset of this course is because so many content creators simply focus on the creative aspects because that's usually what they are most interested in and want to learn about. But never forget your audience. Unless you consider your audience, you are going to be creating in a vacuum, and your video will not be as great as it could be. Defining what you want your audience to think, feel, and do ties in directly with your objective. It will help you clarify your objective. If there is a mismatch between these two, then you will need to look again and refine your idea and concept to ensure that you get the reaction you want from your audience. As a practical exercise, write down what your message is. Write down your objectives. Write down what you want your audience to think, feel, and do. For example, do you want them to see your entertaining video and then subscribe to your YouTube channel or some other social media channel? Do you want to create a video to entertain your friends and family on Instagram or Facebook or maybe Snapchat? Do you want potential customers to click through to your website and opt into a product or service? Do you want to create a video to let people know about your event or gig to boost your audience and create more hype? Competition. Your competition and other content creators. The term competition is used very loosely here, as we are mindful that many of you will be looking to create quality video, but not necessarily have any competition. However, we encourage you to realise that even if you are creating video for your friends and family on some social media platform, you are in fact competing against everyone else for the attention of your friends and family, who will have a lot of other interesting content attracting their attention. Know your competition. Do some research. What are the competition creating? What else is out there that is good? What's not so good that is out there? Then, do something different, better, more original. But do so based on your understanding of the market and what other people or your competitors are doing. Otherwise, you will again be creating in a vacuum. Every major breakthrough in creativity is underpinned with originality. How will you know if it's original and never been done before, unless you know what is being done already? For the content you intend to create, you should start off asking your friends and colleagues what other videos or other sources they go to for that type of content. For example, if you are creating a video for your own YouTube channel, ask them which channels they subscribe to for similar content and why they watch them, what they like and what they don't like about the other content. These kinds of questions will inform your creativity. They will give you ideas and insights, and they will help you understand where there is a gap in the market and what type of things are really important for audiences when they decide what videos to check out and to follow. Talking to people like this, even at a level of informal and unstructured research, will add to your juice of your creativity in an informed way. It will also help you to keep your feet on the ground rather than creating video content that no one wants to watch except you. Most importantly, it will alert you to any video ideas you have which won't work, and so will save you a lot of time and heartache at no expense. It's better to know before you create a video that it won't catch on, rather than after you've spent all that time, money and sweat making the video. Know your product or service by immersion. The next thing you need to do is know your product or service and immerse yourself in it. If you are selling a service you are not excited or passionate about, then you either need to move on to something else, or ideally you need to find your passion for the product. Recall why you started to offer the product. Explore all potential concepts. Aim for between 3 and 5 concepts of what you will film and share your ideas with others to encourage them to share with you. You never know where the gem of an idea will come from. Once you have a good number of concepts, write up the commercial in detail in terms of what will appear for each concept. It is important to get the ideas out of your head at this stage and mapping them out as well as showing the ideas to others, so that you can begin early in the process of testing and qualifying what's working and what's not. Write a brilliant script. Once you have decided on your concept, you are ready to script it out. We split the script into 2 columns. Column 1 is the audio, such as the script which the voiceover artist or presenter will be saying, and column 2 describes the images that will be shown at each stage of the dialogue. At this stage, be sure to stick religiously to your core message and do not lose sight of your objectives in terms of what you are trying to achieve for your website, brand or business. What makes a memorable video ad? The key to creating a memorable and effective ad is to understand your brand values and find what works best for your brand and your audience. Define and write down your product or service's core values. For example, is your brand all about fun, health, leisure, family, freedom, fashion, personal expression, being unique? And the list goes on. Once you are clear about the personality of your product or service, you can really begin to explore what you want to say in an engaging way, so audiences get your message and act on it. When writing your script, you should be mindful of what makes a memorable ad that people will want to share with friends and circulate, as well as act on. Here are a few key elements. Humour has always been a great way of getting attention. But in the context of commercials, it also helps in that the positive association with what you're offering makes it more attractive. Humour is also powerful because it's memorable and creates a reason for people to share your video ad, which in the world of online advertising is hugely important. You want to be thinking about the power of your video ad, not only in terms of how well it converts people to become your customers or followers, but also in terms of how effective it is in spreading your name and your brand. Have a good tagline. This is the catchphrase or slogan used to summarise what you're offering. Classic taglines can quickly enter popular culture and make your product or service very visible. An iconic type character. Many of the most effective video ads have an iconic character that the audience can identify with your product or service. This works particularly well because having an iconic character can add massive personality to your product and make what you're offering more engaging and likeable. Next time you see an ad online or on TV, analyse it. See what you like and don't like about it, what makes it memorable, and most importantly, which ads did you act on and why. Emotional engagement. When writing your script for your ad, it is vital that you realise that our minds are highly selective in what they notice and remember. If you have just a few seconds of a viewer's attention, then your challenge is to ensure that you grab their attention instantly. And researchers reveal that audiences tend to notice and act on things that are emotionally charged or have some personal relevance or interest for them. So the key is to ensure your core message has an emotional charge. Time the script. For TV commercials, airtime is sold by the second. So for TV, it makes sense to keep your commercials short and snappy. You may think that because airtime on the internet is free, it doesn't matter how long your commercial runs for, but it would be a mistake to think that way, because there are other hidden costs to not having a short and snappy commercial on the internet. As a production company, we also know that we need to hold the attention of our audience to deliver the message and inspire action. The key to the creation of an effective video commercial is an idea that catches attention and inspires action. So a major part of thinking of creating a commercial for your website is in terms of thinking of a marketing tool that delivers results for you. So it should be an idea that gets attention, an idea that is memorable, that people would want to share or watch again, an idea that arouses curiosity or answers a question that will make the viewer want to know more and to then take action. Go to your site, subscribe to your channel, opt in to give you their email, or buy your product or service. You get the idea. Once you have some strong ideas for your scripts, honestly grade each concept or script from 1 to 10 in terms of the following factors. How attention-grabbing is the idea versus will people not notice it and just click out? Does the commercial create interest or curiosity for the target audience that makes them want to know more about your offer? Would your target audience want to know more about you or your offer? Would your target audience respond to your call to action by buying your product or service, subscribing to your channel, or opting in to your offer in some way? Would you be able to clearly measure the commercial's effectiveness? These are the disciplines to creating a video ad that qualifies as a commercial, as opposed to just more ordinary video content on the internet. So think of a video as a commercial tool, not just in terms of pretty content with pretty pictures and loose objectives. Equipment. When hiring camera and lighting equipment, do not make the mistake of assuming that it will all be of excellent quality. Even the most established and reputable hire houses have a range of equipment of different age and quality. Before any kit is removed from the hire house, the crew member who will be using it, such as the DP or camera operator, must test it. If the kit is delivered by the hire house to your premises, then it must be checked immediately and the hire house informed of any issues without delay, so that they can arrange to dispatch a replacement for the item. Sometimes the crew will have their own kit, such as a DP may have his or her own camera, and a gaffer may have a van full of lights. The advantage of using the crew's own kit is that they will be very familiar with using it and be able to get the best out of the kit. They will probably also do a very good deal for hiring them and their kit. The drawback, however, is that if a piece of kit has a problem, then you are stuck. Whereas with a hire house, if something is wrong with any equipment, they are obliged to send a replacement ASAP.